G'day guys, ZiggyD here. Let's talk Path of Diablo. I've finally given the Path of Exile community modded Diablo 2 servers a go, and I should have sooner. For a couple of years now, Green Dude has been working on a mod and server community for Diablo 2 that takes the core experience and improves upon it and expands upon it with a ton of new items and skill updates, balance fixes, quality of life fixes, and more. It's Diablo 2 nostalgia, but way better than you remember. So what is Path of Diablo? Rather than being a complete overhaul mod like Median Exile or Eastern Sun for example, Path of Diablo aims to give a more true to the original Diablo 2 experience, but with a ton of updates that'll please Path of Exile players in particular. Firstly, there is a ton of balance and item updates. I mean, look at the patch notes for the patch released the other day, for example. The aim with these changes has been to improve build diversity at endgame dramatically. For example, in the gameplay here, you can see I'm playing a Summoner Druid. I've been told that in the past this sort of build was not really endgame viable, but with added support for an army of wolves, bears, spirits, and ravens, this is a viable playstyle, and it's pretty beastly. Secondly, there are a bunch of new skills. From quality of life for the Necromancer, like Desecrate and Convocation for summoning, to viable damage dealers like Freezing Pulse for the Sorceress and Ground Slam for the Amazon. One of my new favourite additions is the Melee Splash Jewel as well. Jewels that you can socket into your gear can now roll melee attacks have melee splash, so you can turn any of your favourite single target skills into viable AoE clear skills. Some skills also have a melee splash effect built in as well, like my Druid's Ravens, which makes them much better for AoE clearing. The Path of Exile influence doesn't stop there as well. Endgame has been expanded upon PoE style with Endgame Maps. There are multiple tiers of challenging endgame maps to add to the traditional endgame of boss farming, cow runs, and uber farming. More endgame maps are being added over time as well. There's Val Orbs too, called Orb of Corruption. You can take the gamble on your D2 gear as well now with a chance at rerolling into another rare, adding sockets, or adding additional corrupted stats. Then there's the coup de grace that makes Path of Diablo the best way to go on a D2 nostalgia trip, the quality of life improvements. The biggest one by far is loot filters. I'm just using the basic built-in highlighting at the moment, but you can download custom loot filters or even make your own to customize loot display. Then there's also the new charm inventory system. Seriously, the original game needed this so badly. I'm sure you guys remember not being able to pick up loot because your inventory was full of charms and you didn't really want to sacrifice any because then your character loses power, right? Well, now the bottom half of the expanded inventory is the only place charms will function. So, you fill it with charms and still have a full inventory to pick up loot. Beautiful. There's a ton of other smaller changes, too many to list here, but tons of balance stuff, little quality of life things like being able to shift click things over to your stash. So good. But it's been a lot of fun revisiting Diablo 2 in a new and improved format like this with a bunch of new exciting builds to play as well. It's also a vibrant and active community too, which is something you might be looking for, with plenty of open games to join and even a trading website. I highly recommend you guys jump in and give it a go. A fresh League season just started and the new patch is out. All you need is your CD keys for the original and its expansion, which if you don't still have your old CDs lying around can be purchased from Blizzard for about $10 each. I'll link in the description the easy to follow install instructions from Green Dude and the website and Reddit where you can read more about the Path of Diablo modded servers. I really only have one criticism from my time with Path of Diablo so far, and that's because a lot of the balance changes have made the leveling experience through normal in particular a bit easy. It's a bit easy, because some of the new stuff's pretty strong, like Melee Splash Ravens just carve through packs. I talked to Green Dude about this yesterday, and he said that that's something that he wants to address in future patches. The expansion, this mod is really endgame focused, right? Like, they really wanted to make like a vibrant endgame system with lots more viable builds and stuff. And a side effect has been the leveling experience being easier. So at the moment, the mods are more focused on like the endgame experience of Diablo 2. But if they can improve on the leveling experience and make that a little bit more challenging in the future, then it's literally going to be perfect. But right now, it's already a lot of fun and really cool to play and a great way to jump back into Diablo 2. Anyway guys, I hope to see you online. That is it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.